Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today we have a sponsored video, which I typically don't do dedicated videos. However, not only has the creator of this game endorsed me quite generously, but they also have a pretty banging game, which is really cool. I was a massive fanboy for Final Fantasy Tactics back in the day, one of my favorite games of all times. This is so close to Final Fantasy Tactics, it's ridiculous. So if you love chess, if you love RPGs and fantasy turn-based games, this is definitely for you. So this is going to be similar to my other videos. We're going to do a deck tech, talk about the build that we'll be playing, and then we're going to showcase that within some gameplay footage. So this is a unique way to pass the time while we wait for Crimson Vow, in my opinion, while helping one of these indie games out as much as we possibly can. So if you're looking to check out the game, which is totally free to play, in the description below, we will have a link. Of course, you do have the option to spend dollary dues. Most games, you don't have to have that option at this point, as they're a business, but definitely free to play for the most part, just like Arena. And, if you really love the game, by then, all means, jump into it. So that's what you've got going on today. Wanted to give you guys full disclosure before we wrap up this intro and get into it. So, yeah, like I always say, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's take a look. So the nice thing here is this is a browser-based game. You literally just have to open it up on your Internet Explorer, your Chrome, whatever it is that you're using, Safari for the Mac players, which is 6. So, this is domain. Reverse Catfish will be the deck I'm playing with here. Look at this thing, right? So let's just showcase the deck first and foremost. I'm ready to build. And then you build your deck on the side from a ton of spells, right? We have a fair collection, and we've really only been playing a little bit. So you get to build your deck, which is really cool. Each cards do unique things. So going through the deck that we've assembled for today's video, we're running 3 copies of the Flame Goddess's Gift. On the play, boost all of your plants' movement attacks by 6, and then give them a bonus on Scorch. So there will be landscape modifiers, which is, what Scorched is referring to here, and then the movement attacks up by 6. We have the Ephemeral Garden. This is as bad as magic. Continuous get mana, self-damage, and it's a plant type, right? Which is cool. So it's going to be generating us mana, which we need to use every turn, and every turn it'll deal a little bit of damage to itself because, it would be unfair if it lived forever. Next up, we have the Swamp Tear. We have 3 copies of this in the build as well. It can attack. It can also regenerate its health, which is really nice. And then it's a plant insect. So we really do have a lot of plants and a lot of insects here within the deck. The Great Monarch, which is actually one of my favorite cards in the build. You get to heal by type, which is really, really cool. So, healing all insects or plants by 7 that are within 2 tiles. So it's kind of like a tribal deck, if you will. And then it itself is an insect, which is really cool. Bloom on the play, get 7 mana for each plant you own. This card counts, which is really cool, of course, because it is a plant, which is nice. So it's a nice way to generate some mana. Petal Blades on the play, deal 10 damage to every enemy next to a plant you control. It stacks if a card is next to multiple plants. This is our main, damage dealer to the opponent's king if we can get it. We also have the Phosphopod, I don't even know. This has a force ability, which is really cool. So we can push our opponent's characters away or around the board to gain some movement control. Then we have regen here as well, so generating some health each turn. And then it's an amphibious. And then finally, the Bog Dweller, which is our king in the deck. We have 3 copies of this, plus the king for 4. Bonus Swamp Ocean trigger for bonus move, right? So if you're in the swamp, you're in the ocean, you're going to get some bonus movement. And then it's a plant amphibious, which will typically move in a straight line 2, which is pretty cool. Attack power is 16 as well, which is really nice. So that's the deck. The decks are pretty small, 30 cards max. We are only using 21 in this particular build. Just for consistency's sake, I mean, we really want to just be running a ton of these Monarchs, get a ton of the Bog Dwellers out, and then, just start laying in with some damage from our Petal Blades, right? So that's kind of what we have going on here. We're going to save our non-existent edits, and then we're right into the multiplayer. There's multiplayer, there's single player, and the queue time somehow is faster than Magic. So there's definitely a lot of people playing this game, and one of the reasons why I keep coming back to it is it's so hard. This game, much like Final Fantasy Tactics, is incredibly difficult, and that's something that I absolutely love in a turn-based game. It kind of annoys me when games are so easy. I feel like I'm autopiloting, which isn't great. So our opponent has this demon, vampire progenitor, which is sick. It can resurrect itself. And if we want to see what anything does, we just go here, resurrect an Undying card to an adjacent square, pay its cost to revive, and then Undying is added to the killed target's type. That damage heals this card and does 19 damage, right, as its attack power. That's a pretty cool card. We are going to toss out some manners right away, and we may as well move ourselves up into position, ending our turn. So we're allowed to move each of our pieces. We're allowed to play one piece, and yeah, that's basically what we have going on here. This is an attack power, mana on terrain, continues 2 within the crystal, so that's going to be good for them. And yeah, this cannot hit us if we're here, which is great. And then I think we're just laying in with a healer to the back of us, which is great. And then, even though we don't need to heal, we can heal by type and end our turn. The mana sources are rooted, well, you see there at the bottom, so they can't really bounce around at all, which is, it's a thing. We have to try to protect them as much as we can. We get hit and pushed back. Attack knocks the target back 1 square unless it's on the edge or rooted, or has a card behind it that damage. That card can't move this turn, deal 5 damage, right? So that's unique. We should be able just to blast this, right? Get that out of play. Then we will play our Swamp Terror, attack the demon for 6, and then heal our hero or our king. King maybe should have attacked their mana regen. We're at 35, they're at 37. Whoops, back, end turn. So they're up to 46 here, we're at 40, and we don't really have much to play. They attack their own creature. Awesome. I don't think it had a death trigger on it, but maybe they want to be bringing it back from the grave, right? There's a ton of mechanics here that I'm still a little bit unfamiliar with. I've only played maybe 100 matches, and I lost most of them, LOL. So let's get after it. Let's attack the Scorpion. We'll move into play. We can get our Amphibious out, and it can force the Scorpion away from us. So let's force the Scorpion over here so it can't hit, and then it can go here because the demon's not hitting that square, right? So we go here, we click on it, we click the force ability. The Scorpion can get... oh, we can't push it this way. Shoot. Oh, we can. Perfect. It was showing me the Scorpion's movements for a second. So if you highlight the card, it shows you where it has access to. So you can kind of try to avoid the squares that are highlighted so you're not getting hit, and try to, nudge your way into those squares. So let's just heal by type. Our king is going up every turn, which is really nice. And then we're ending our turn. The pod is probably Cephalopod. That must be the name. It's going to die, right? Oh, it doesn't hit it because it was in the safe square. Remember this. Ooh, the Flame Lord. Shoot terrain. Attack a card exactly distance 2 away. Change the terrain to Scorched. Damages 18 type mage. So that just obliterated us. We need to kill this mage. Let's go after the Scorpion. We can heal right now on our hero. I don't want to get hit by the Scorpion. So I think we just move 1 up. And then we can blast this for 20 damage. It's not enough, but it certainly is something. 23 mana. We have 1 plant, 2 plants, 3 plants. Let's just throw that out. Now we're at 51. Their turn. Taking the turn off to generate mana is not great, but I want to drop another Bog Dweller. Right, just keep applying the pressure. It's another plant, which is really good, and it's got a fair amount of toughness or defense that we can now kind of stack around our opponent and utilize the Petal Blades, right? Because we should be able to attack with our king and all of the creatures that are close to it and use the Petal Blades for a whole bunch of surprise damage. We can see the cards in our hand on the side above my head just to kind of show you guys what's going on. Top left, we have our name versus our opponent, and then we have the card that we're highlighting. Underneath our mana and our cards left in deck, you will play until you're out of cards and your opponent will just beat you. It's not like you mill yourself or anything like this, which is nice. Okay, so this is that's new. That's like a Griffin, attack power 7. And it just keeps moving out of the way, which is smart. We can't heal because we moved this turn. So let's get right in. And then we can throw this up top. Smash the Scorpion. Oh, minus 21. That's a big hit. And that, I believe, is our turn. And our turn. Every turn's 90 seconds. And it's actually, it's pretty difficult. I mean, I know I'm brand new to the game. And as these play lines become more and more regular, they should be easier. But it's not just the play lines of the cards. Like, oh, this card counters that card. It's also the location of those cards in the movement, right? So it's an added layer of strategy, which is really, really cool. It is our opponent's turn still, I believe. Is it my turn? No, it's their turn. They're doing stuff. Okay. So let's just snag the Scorpion. Let's try to deal with the Griffin. Let's kill that mana regen. Let's dump in over. And then we could probably just kill this Griffin. We'll leave them the mana regen. I just want to deal with the creatures first. And that will be our turn. The garden is about to die. And what's really nice is we'll use the Great Monarchs to heal our mana stones because they're doing self-damage every turn, right? So if we can be mitigating that self-damage, we never really will run out of mana, which is nice. We get pushed back by the Luminary. And since the Flame Lord moves, it cannot attack in the same turn, right? You either move or attack unless you have a movement-based attack. Our turn. Let's slay their mana. Move into position. This is 3 insects. So we want to deal the damage here though, right? Let's just kill this ourselves. It shouldn't be too hard. This can heal. And then we are playing to kill the mage, hopefully. Oh, it's got 1 HP left, so it has a turn, right? It can deal a lot of damage. 18 damage could just straight up kill our Monarch. But I think, we definitely have an advantage here. And that's why I love playing with healers in a team-based situation. A couple healers is going to be great. They're still alive, though. They've got 3 creatures in play. Oh, minus 19. That hit hard, man. That was on our king as well. Holy Toledos. The Monarch is gone. We've lost our Monarch. Let's hit that. Move this in. Hit there. And then we have the plant-based damage. Right, so we kill those two, and it's just their king left. So I think we can move in. Ending our turn. Our king is at the back, right? We've kind of got it protected in that backside corner, which is nice. The demon cannot hit it. They play mana regen because they're out of mana, right? They only have 1 mana, so they can't do a whole lot each turn. So we just need to lace in some damage here. Oh, they killed their mana. Are they going to resurrect ever? They do have this ability, resurrect an undying card adjacent to square. You know, they've been killing their own cards, so let's get this here. Let's get this here. We'll jump in here, and then we're doing that blade petals again. Boom. That should deal, Sax if a card is next to multiple plants. Plant. Oh, but next to, so we have to be right. We can't be adjacent to it. We have to be literally right next to it. The more you know, kids, right? Still learning new things every day. I think this game is probably over. They only have 18 life left. We have 35 though, and its attack power is I don't even know, 19. We better be careful. They could hit us for 19 and summon another creature to hit us, which they just pushed us back. Hit for 5. Let's snag this. Snag that. The movement's not super high on these guys. We'll go down here. Butterfly in the building for a heal. And we should have actually moved that a little bit closer first, so it could have got the heal as well. Whoops. You guys know me. Little misplays. Yeah, always thinking a little bit more critically when things are tight. You don't have such an advantage. But we're, you know, in the terms of chess, it's check, right? We're just looking for checkmate. We just have to chase this down a little bit more. Yeah, 19. That's a big hit. They should have hit my king. Oh, they can't hit my king because of the positioning. Great news. Great news. They're back up to 47 here as well. So we want to get right in on it. We can heal here. Move the boys over. And then again, I just want to like heal. And then we'll just attack, right? Because they're not going to deal with anything we do because we have too many healers. If we had these attackers kind of more in play, they're really out of position right now. But it is what it is. We can't really switch them. There are cards to switch tiles. There's like a warp card or a teleport card, which is pretty cool. It gives you a little bit more of a movement advantage, which is it's a thing. It's important here. They're healing again. Okay, 7 mana. Let's boost our attacks for 27. Let's try to block them in. Do a little heal skis. Another little heal skis. End our turn. So you do really, like, you can't just, you know, say you've won. You actually have to hunt down their king. You have to beat it, just like in chess. They're probably out of cards. We still have 1 more bog. So maybe we start making some mana, get that bog out. But I don't think we really need it. This is kind of funny. Oh my gosh. So let's get down here. Let's play this over here. And just block them in, right? So their only escape is to go up, I think. Can I get over here? No. I think we could move this over, move this up, and then we'll be okay. And our turn. I'm not sure what they'll do. I'm pretty sure they just need to forfeit. Oh, no. Oh, they kill one of our guys, right? They're doing it. This is a good card. That Vampire Progenitor looks just nasty. Just going to try to take those swings again. I hate not just getting the win, right? It's pretty painful. I just don't know what they'll do when we have healers, though, is the thing. We'll grab another bog here in a second. And you can see how important the positioning is, right? Like, they're dancing basically around us really nicely. They have their own mana stone or whatever you want to call it in play. The garden. We're also using the gardens. 7 life left. They have to get out of town to one of these 2 positions, I think. They can't move here because we can attack. But even if they move to one of these slots, we move to their slot or even up further and just hopefully play our Bog Dweller. Their movement is outpacing us, but they're running out of time here. Our turn. I think that's a concede without a concede, ladies and gentlemen. Or is it still their turn? What's going on here? It's still their turn. Was it my turn? Did I forget to end my own turn? Whoops. It's a learning process, right? Our turn. This is brutal. Let's get way over there. Just keep pushing our way up, I guess. And then try to just to block them in. Right, let's generate some mana there. End our turn. Guaranteed we get them here. Right, we have enough mana for the last bog. It should be fine. Another Scorpion, they do it. They've got another unit out. Their survival is really high, and they don't want to lose either, right? And that's why I like this game so much. I've not had really anyone concede, which is right there. It's available to forfeit. So it's a great time. So let's boost our attacks, I guess, right? Or no, we're going to bog out. And we're just trying to finish the match. Yes! So that is Domain, right? It's going to throw you right into another match, so we're going to have to back out here. And again, get new cards, make new decks. There's a community Discord. Definitely jump in that, make some new friends. And to be honest, this is something I've actually been playing just on my downtime. I can't figure out why. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest, but the strategy and the gameplay is really, really fun and really, really difficult. And again, I think that's what's grabbing my attention here is just that difficulty. And if I could be a kid again, if I could go back in time, be in grade 7, grade 8, be in the computer lab at lunchtime, logging into the old browser games, this would have been fire. So it's new, it's in development, it's gonna get better, and hopefully, we see it in the future as well. So massive shout out to Domain or Dominion or Domain? Domain. It's definitely Domain. Enter the domains. Yeah. So we'll have the link for that in the description below. Thanks for the opportunity to play and work with your game. I appreciate it. If there's any other sponsors, get at me. I love showcasing cool content just like this. So a nice way for us just to kind of take a break from Magic while we wait for Crimson Vow and make some dollar dues while we wait. Much appreciated. Make sure to join the community Discord. We have contests, tournaments, giveaways, a ton of cash available for you guys. Just sign up in the Discord, ask what's going on, how can I partake, and someone will help you out, I'm sure. So have a magical day, and we'll see you soon in a Magic the Gathering arena video.